Today, let us talk on a scientific mind-blowing topic on the forgotten science. How spiritual awareness can heal the mind, body, genes, and society. A new vision of health beyond matter. Opening. The Great Disconnection. Humanity is in pain. Rates of depression, anxiety, autoimmune disorders, and cancer have all soared to unprecedented levels. We live in the most technologically advanced era in history, yet spiritually, we are starving. Surrounded by information, we have forgotten inner wisdom. We treat the body like a machine, the mind like a computer, and ignore the soul that gives them both life. Medicine has taught us how to repair, but not how to regenerate. Psychology has studied behavior, but not being. And society has become so materialistic that it's forgotten what ancient science always knew. The power to heal lies within consciousness itself. Part 1. The Brain That Believes. Lisa Miller's Awakened Brain. Dr. Lisa Miller, psychologist and neuroscientist at Columbia University, calls it the awakened brain. Using brain imaging, she discovered that humans are biologically wired for spirituality. When people pray, meditate, or feel awe, specific neural networks light up, the same areas that regulate empathy, hope, and resilience. In her studies of thousands of adolescents, those who described a strong inner spiritual life were 62% less likely to experience depression. And when that spiritual life was shared, through family, community, or service, their protection against suicide rose to nearly 82%. The conclusion is stunning. Spiritual awareness is not a belief. It's a biological need. Just as the body requires oxygen, the brain requires meaning and connection to something greater. Part 2. The Limits of Medication and Materialism. Modern medicine has given us tools, but not wholeness. Many patients are medicated into numbness, trapped in dependency, and suffering side effects that ripple through the body. We treat sadness with serotonin, stress with sleeping pills, and emptiness with entertainment. But no pill can substitute for purpose. No drug can generate meaning. The crisis of mental health is a crisis of disconnection. From self, from others, from the sacred dimension of life. True healing begins where chemistry ends, in consciousness when followed. Part 3. The Biology of Belief. Bruce Lipton. Cellular biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton discovered that our genes are not fixed blueprints. They are dynamic programs. In his research on epigenetics, he showed that the environment around the cell, including our emotions and perceptions, controls gene activity. When we live in fear or anger, stress hormones flood our system, activating genes of inflammation and disease. But when we live in gratitude, peace, and love, our inner chemistry changes, activating genes of repair and regeneration. In other words, your consciousness is the software that programs your DNA. You're not a victim of your genes, you are their author. The way you think, feel, and believe writes instructions to every cell in your body. Lipton's message is revolutionary. Your biology listens to your beliefs. And when you change your perception, you change your physiology. Part 4. The Memory of Water. Masaru Emoto. The late Japanese researcher Dr. Masaru Emoto explored how consciousness affects matter, particularly water. He exposed water samples to words, music, and prayer, then froze them to examine their crystal structures. Water that had been blessed with love and gratitude formed stunningly beautiful patterns, like snowflakes of harmony. Water exposed to hate or anger became chaotic and fractured. Our bodies are over 70% water. Every thought, emotion, and word you speak shapes the molecular dance within you. Speak kindness, and your inner waters align with life. Speak fear, and your body ripples with disharmony. Whether or not we accept every detail of his work, the symbolism is profound. Our consciousness imprints reality. We are sculpting our biology with every vibration we emit. Part 5. The Power of Mind over Matter. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Few people embody this science in action like Dr. Joe Dispenza. After a severe spinal injury, doctors told him he would never walk again. Instead of surgery, he chose meditation, visualizing his spine perfectly rebuilt every day for weeks. Against all medical predictions, he walked again. Today, he leads global workshops where thousands of people experience measurable healing through meditation and emotional coherence. Brain scans show chaotic neural patterns becoming synchronized and harmonious. Heart monitor data reveals coherence, the rhythm of compassion and calm. In as little as 4 days, gene expression linked to immunity increases and inflammation markers fall. Participants report spontaneous remission from conditions medicine had deemed irreversible: chronic pain, autoimmune diseases, even cancers. How? Because when you raise your emotional frequency, from fear to love, from doubt to gratitude, your body receives the signal of healing. The field of consciousness reorganizes the matter of the body. As Dr. Dispenza says, when you change your energy, you change your life. Part 6: Meditation, Immunity, and Resistance to Viral Entry. One of the most remarkable findings came during the global pandemic. Dr. Dispenza's research team collaborated with scientists studying the blood chemistry of experienced meditators. After a deep meditation retreat, their plasma showed measurable biological transformation. In laboratory tests, when that post-meditation plasma was applied to human lung cells, a pseudovirus carrying the COVID-19 spike protein could barely enter the cells. Something in the meditator's blood was blocking viral entry. Analysis identified a protective protein called serpina-5, elevated only after meditation, a molecule that seemed to interfere with viral docking. In essence, meditation had upregulated immune intelligence to defend against viral invasion, not through drugs, but through consciousness. This is the first known evidence that spiritual practice can directly influence antiviral immunity at the cellular level. It means the energy of peace and coherence is not just psychological, it's biological power in motion. Spiritual awareness strengthens the immune field that surrounds and permeates the human body. What ancient sages described as inner light protecting life, science now sees as coherent biology defending health. Part 7: The Science of Heart-Brain Coherence, HeartMath Institute. Alongside these discoveries, researchers at the HeartMath Institute in California have shown that our heart is not merely a pump, it is a powerful information processor and energy center. Every heartbeat sends electromagnetic signals through the body and into the environment. When we cultivate emotions such as gratitude, compassion, and love, the heart rhythm becomes smooth and rhythmic, a state called heart-brain coherence. In this coherent state, communication between the heart and brain flows in harmony. Cortisol and stress hormones decrease, DHEA and oxytocin increase, and the immune system becomes more resilient. HeartMath studies show that even a few minutes of coherent breathing and heartfelt emotion can restore physiological balance, improve cognitive function, and enhance immunity. This is the bridge between spiritual awareness and measurable science, the rhythm of love translated into biology. The heart doesn't just respond to life, it creates the rhythm that life follows. It means the energy of peace and coherence is not just psychological, it's biological power in motion. Spiritual awareness strengthens the immune field that surrounds and permeates the human body. What ancient sages described as inner light protecting life, science now sees as coherent biology defending health. Part 8: The Heart Field and the Power of Prayer, Gregg Braden. Complementing this, author and scientist Gregg Braden has spent decades bridging ancient wisdom with modern physics. In one extraordinary demonstration filmed in a Beijing medicine-less hospital, a patient's bladder tumor appeared to dissolve in real time on ultrasound, within just 3 minutes, as practitioners chanted a phrase meaning, "already healed." Whether this was spontaneous remission, resonance, or something science has yet to explain, it reminds us of the incredible potential of collective belief and emotional coherence. Braden calls this heart coherence, when emotion, thought, and intention vibrate as one frequency of compassion and certainty. In that state, the heart's electromagnetic field, the strongest field in the body, radiates harmony into every cell and, perhaps, into the quantum field around us. Prayer, gratitude, and love are not abstract sentiments. They are energetic technologies of healing. When people unite their hearts in coherent emotion, reality itself begins to respond. 9. The Maharishi effect. The Maharishi effect, first proposed by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, refers to the scientifically observed phenomenon that when a critical number of individuals meditate together in a deeply coherent state of awareness, measurable improvements occur in the collective quality of life. Studies conducted since the 1970s have shown that when approximately the square root of 1% of a population practices transcendental meditation or similar techniques in a group setting, rates of crime, conflict, and social unrest tend to decline while indicators of peace, cooperation, and prosperity rise. This effect is believed to arise from a resonance within the unified field of consciousness, the same field that individual meditators experience as inner stillness. When coherence is generated in one part of this field through synchronized meditation, it radiates outward, influencing the collective mind of society, much like ripples spreading across a still pond. In modern terms, group meditation appears to produce large-scale psychophysiological coherence, suggesting that consciousness is not merely a personal experience, but a shared, field-like reality that can uplift humanity through inner peace. 10. The Global Consciousness Project, GCP. The Global Consciousness Project, initiated at Princeton University's PEAR laboratory under Dr. Roger Nelson, offers compelling experimental evidence that human consciousness may have measurable effects on the physical world. A worldwide network of random number generators, RNGS, continuously produces streams of data that should remain statistically random. Yet during moments of intense global emotion or collective focus, such as the attacks on the World Trade Center, the deaths of Princess Diana and Mother Teresa, or mass meditation events, these machines display significant deviations from randomness. The data suggests that large-scale coherence in human attention and emotion subtly organizes otherwise random physical processes, pointing to the existence of a global field of interconnected consciousness. This finding resonates with ancient spiritual insights and modern studies on heart-brain synchronization, implying that collective human awareness can influence the planet's energetic environment. In essence, the GCP reveals that when humanity feels or meditates together, the very fabric of randomness bends toward order, a quiet reminder that consciousness is both personal and planetary. Whether this was spontaneous remission, resonance, or something science has yet to explain, it reminds us of the incredible potential of collective belief and emotional coherence. Braden calls this heart coherence, when emotion, thought, and intention vibrate as one frequency of compassion and certainty. In that state, the heart's electromagnetic field, the strongest field in the body, radiates harmony into every cell and perhaps into the quantum field around us. Prayer, gratitude, and love are not abstract sentiments. They are energetic technologies of healing. When people unite their hearts in coherent emotion, reality itself begins to respond. Part 11. Healing the Mind, Body, and Society. Through awareness, the discoveries of these scientists, Miller, Lipton, Emoto, Dispenza, Braden, all converge on one truth. Consciousness is the missing link in health and evolution. Healing the mind heals the body. Healing the body uplifts the soul, and healed individuals create a compassionate society. Imagine if our schools taught this from the beginning. That meditation can quiet the brain and balance hormones, that gratitude can boost immunity, that love and empathy literally strengthen the heart. Children would grow up knowing that they are not powerless bodies of flesh, but conscious beings shaping reality through thought, feeling, and faith. They would not just avoid disease, they would become radiators of wellness. Part 12. The New Science of Wholeness. The old paradigm told us, you are a machine made of matter. The new science reveals, you are a field of consciousness expressing through matter. Spiritual awareness is not separate from medicine. It completes medicine. It teaches us that biology is not broken. It's responsive. The body is not mechanical. It's intelligent. And healing is not random, it's remembering wholeness. When consciousness awakens, the nervous system rebalances, genes recalibrate, and life reorganizes itself around harmony. Part 13. The inner path to collective peace. At this critical time when Manipur is gripped by unrest, division, and economic uncertainty, it is vital to remember that lasting peace cannot be achieved merely by rearranging external conditions. History has shown that when fear and hostility dominate the collective mind, no political or military solution can create genuine harmony. The true solution must begin within, in the consciousness of individuals. Part 14. The Maharishi effect offers a profound practical path. When a small but focused portion of the population cultivates inner peace through meditation and coherence practices, the collective consciousness of society begins to shift. Stress in the social atmosphere decreases, clarity of thought returns, and cooperation becomes naturally possible. It is not mysticism, but an extension of natural law, the same law by which harmony in one part of a system radiates stability throughout the whole. By nurturing peace in our own minds, each of us becomes a living generator of coherence for our community. A spiritual response to crisis. Manipur's present condition, with separation, mistrust, and uncertainty affecting daily life, calls for a new kind of courage. The courage to seek transformation, not through conflict, but through consciousness. The science of collective coherence and the wisdom of the Maharishi effect both affirm that individual stillness is not isolation. It is the seed of collective renewal. When people join together in meditation with sincere intention for peace, the invisible field of human awareness becomes ordered, softening anger, reducing fear, and inspiring wiser leadership. This is not an escape from responsibility, but a higher form of social action, changing the subtle causes that give rise to outer disorder. If enough individuals awaken to this truth, Manipur can become a living demonstration that spiritual awareness and scientific understanding can unite to heal a wounded society. In times of darkness, the quiet mind is not passive. It is the light that restores balance to the world. Spiritual awareness is not separate from medicine. It completes medicine. It teaches us that biology is not broken. It's responsive. The body is not mechanical. It's intelligent. And healing is not random. It's remembering wholeness. When consciousness awakens, the nervous system rebalances, genes recalibrate, and life reorganizes itself around harmony. Closing reflection. The outer world reflects the state of our inner world. When enough hearts turn inward and discover peace within themselves, a silent revolution begins, one that needs no slogans, no weapons, and no political power. In this awakening of consciousness lies the true restoration of Manipur's harmony, and indeed, the hope for humanity's future. Conclusion. Remembering the forgotten science. We are not here merely to survive, we are here to awaken. We are not chemical machines with fleeting consciousness, we are conscious beings temporarily experiencing chemistry. The power to heal our minds, bodies, genes, and societies has been with us all along, in our awareness, our hearts, and our unity. When we teach spiritual awareness, we are not escaping science, we are expanding it. We are reminding humanity that the next revolution in medicine is not technological, it is spiritual. The forgotten science has been found again, and it lives within you. Heal the consciousness, and the body will follow. Heal the body, and the world will awaken. Final tagline. Voice over. The greatest discovery of this century is not outer space, but inner space. The realization that consciousness itself is the true healer of the mind, body, and world. Thank you. Holistic Wellness Foundation, Imphal. Healing beyond boundaries.